What does the Warriors win mean for the NBA, Bruce?
Well, I think it just shows how great the game is and how far the game has come thus far as the onslaught of guys that are just doing things at an incredible level. You have a guy who averaged a triple-double this year in Russell Westbrook. You had James Harden have a tremendous season this year. And to see Kevin Durant go to Golden State, that was also a big news. But, what it does for the game, I think, is just continue to show how important it is, where it is, and how it continues to improve. So many individuals love the game of basketball because of the great athletes that we have in this game, and they've taken it to another level thus far.
So, Kate, where does this league stand right now as far as competitive balance is concerned?
Well, I think there's a question mark as to the competitive balance going forward, but I also think we need to point out that the competitive balance was a myth in the NBA, even in the past. I mean, you look back on its history, and there's a lot less competitive balance than we seem to think as we talk about these Golden State Warriors now. I mean, LeBron doesn't want to call this team a super team, but I mean, that's what it is when you look at the increase in the salary cap and what Golden State was able to do with the talent they brought in. And I think the NBA now, when you look forward, you can kind of compare it to the model of like Hollywood Marvel superhero movies. It's fine for Golden State to be amazing and to put together this kind of talent, but what the NBA is going to need is a team, whether it is the Cavs, Spurs, to actually compete with the Golden State Warriors and create the kind of competitive super team that we see. If a team is able to do that, the NBA is on pace to continue with the kind of ratings and the kind of money influx that we've seen over the last few years.
And I feel like what's been lost in this, Bruce, is this was a great series.
It was.
It was incredible to watch. Everybody's talking about, well, are we only going to see these two teams in the finals for the next couple of years? If this is the finals I see, I don't know if I'm hating on them.
No, this is the thing right now is where teams improve, games improve. And so what you have to get back to is the basics of basketball. And I say getting back to that defensive concept. Now teams are going to be more responsible of learning the game at another level. We have a lot of young guys coming into the game right now that are tremendous athletes, but now they can be coached and understand that you can't take time off on offense. You have to play defense just as well as offense if you want to compete.
So it might make other people raise their game.
And that's the thing. Whenever rules happen, I remember when I was playing, you could hand check. And then they said, no, tactile touch now. So you had to make the adjustment. We're talking about the best athletes in the world. They know how to make adjustments when it comes to this game.
All right, so Kate, go ahead.
Yeah, and I was going to say, I think we're filling the future with the things that we know now. So we only see the teams in the incarnation that they have, in the iteration that they have. But if the past has taught us anything, is that a lot of variables are going to be at play here, whether you look at the Boston Celtics and the draft picks that they have, or if you even look at the way the Golden State Warriors dynasty was created. It was through no way predictive that we could have seen 10 years ago. So I think that when we look at the NBA going forward, not just what Bruce is saying, like on the court and rule changes and the way people are going to change and play defense to try and compete with this Golden State team, but there's going to be a lot of variables at play that we can't predict that could create, whether it's not the Cavs or the Spurs, the next team that is going to have the talent to compete with this Golden State team.
But here's the thing. Assuming, and Bruce, let me direct this to you, assuming there are no injuries, everybody's healthy, the biggest question people are asking is when? When can my team get in the game? Because I don't want to wait 3-4 years.
But you know what? You have to wait. Michael Jordan didn't get there right at the beginning. He had to go through
KD
Boston.
took 10 seasons.
KD took 10 seasons, but also Michael Jordan went through Detroit. So it's a grooming process for this, and you just have to stay patient in the process and continue to get the right type of individuals in.
All right, Bruce, Bowen and Kate Fagan, good discussion. You know what? I'm sure everybody out there is thinking about, is it good or bad? But ultimately, the series, incredible.
Absolutely.
Incredible.